Welcome to Module 2 of New Student Orientation. While the focus of your college career is to get an education, there are other aspects of college which also require your attention. The financial part of college is one of those, and it can seem confusing or even intimidating. So this module will help you understand important information about paying for college. You'll learn about the various types of aid, how to request financial aid and make sure you keep it, the serious nature of student loans, financial aid freeze dates, drops for non-payment, and ways to pay for college. There are a number of ways to obtain financial assistance for college. From federal and state grants to scholarships, loans, and even lottery funds, multiple avenues for financial assistance exist. Federal aid programs include the Pell Grant and the Federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant, or FSEOG. These two programs form the foundation of most financial aid packages. South Carolina offers several programs, including need-based grants, lottery tuition assistance, and the Life Scholarship. Other opportunities include scholarships available directly through the college, student loans, and the work-study program, which allows students to gain work experience by working for the college while earning an hourly wage. To learn more about these programs and their requirements, visit the Types of Aid and Scholarships page in the Cost and Financial Aid section of the college's website. How do you request financial aid? The process starts online. You must first obtain a Federal Personal Identification Number, or PIN, at www.pin.ed.gov. Once you have a PIN, the application for aid is completed by going to www.fafsa.ed.gov. The Financial Aid Office will request additional documents from you, so be sure to submit everything they request in a timely manner. After you have completed the FAFSA process, you will need to reapply for aid only once a year. The academic year begins every fall, so in order to make sure the process is completed in plenty of time to receive funds for fall, file your FAFSA as early as possible each year, preferably right after you file your income tax. Once your aid package is complete, the government has put some rules in place that you'll need to follow to keep your financial aid. To avoid losing your financial aid, you simply have to follow 3 rules that enable you to maintain something the government calls Satisfactory Academic Progress, or SAP. The first rule is called the 67% rule, and it simply says that you must successfully complete at least 67% of the classes you attempt each semester. The minimum GPA rule states that you must keep your overall grade point average, or GPA, at a certain level. For most programs of study, this level is 2.0 or a C. Finally, the third rule is the 150% rule. Your major requires only a certain number of credit hours earned in specific classes in order to graduate. If you take a lot of classes that are not required for your major, and you exceed 150% of the credit hours required for your program, you are breaking the 150% rule. It's important to be aware of financial aid freeze dates, which are posted each semester in your student calendar. Once the freeze date has arrived for the semester, your aid amount is frozen and cannot increase, even if you add another class to your schedule. However, if you withdraw from a class, your aid amount can decrease even after the freeze date. If you do not have a copy of the current PTC student calendar, you can find important dates by going to www.ptc.edu/events. Prior to each semester, the business office at Piedmont Tech runs a report that shows any students who have not yet paid their tuition. If your financial aid has not been properly completed, or your tuition has not been paid for some other reason, you will be dropped from your classes. This opens up your seat in each class to other students who might want it, so it's important to act quickly to correct the problem. Determine the reason the balance has not been paid and take whatever financial actions are needed. Contact the business office regarding payment and the business office staff will reinstate you in your class as long as your seat is still available. If your seat has been taken, you will need to meet with your advisor to determine your options. If you are not receiving any type of aid or will have to pay a portion of the tuition and fees out of your pocket, there are several ways to pay. The business office accepts cash, check, credit card, or debit card. Payment can be made in person, over the phone, or online. A payment plan is available if you prefer to pay in installments. We've discussed a lot of information about the financial aspects of going to college. Feel free to review this module again if you have questions, or go to the PTC website and click on the Cost and Financial Aid tab for more details. Please continue your orientation by proceeding to Module 3.